Partner at PricewaterhouseCoopers here in South Africa, Johan Potgieter, just spoke at the insurance conference about the digital world and the fact that change is the only choice. Johan, what would you say to the CEO of a company where social media is banned?
Thanks. That's like I basically would, in my mind, 44% of the users of Facebook log in on their mobile or smartphones. So I think in some way, if they load their profile and the profile is, I'm a current employee of that company, I'm sorry to say, but you're already on social media and on Facebook. And if CEOs is kind of preventing the access to Facebook, I think in some way they're just not looking at the real risk of picking up what exactly is being said about them on Facebook.
So as you say, change is the only choice. Companies need to let their employees... Well, I mean, what do you think is the benefit to allowing your employees to use social media?
I think the young employees coming through as into the working environment is effectively so used to using social media that in effect they actually don't limit their work performance because they can double task. That's the new generation. They deal with more than one application, more than one device at the same time. They watch movies, play with Facebook, and SMS a friend. So they kind of get used to the new environment of dealing with more than one device. They can multitask. They can effectively work in both environments. And I think the benefit is effectively you allow them that freedom of expression, of a way of communicating. I mean, these days youngsters are sitting at parties and mixing or SMSing each other instead of communicating each other. That's the new way of communicating, which I think in some ways you're just allowing them to do.
Let's talk about internet more broadly for a second. You mentioned that South Africa has 8 million internet users, Nigeria 14 million, and Kenya 12 million.
Nigeria is more than 40 million.
40 million. Wow. Okay. So, how could cloud computing, or what impact could cloud computing have on the risks and the ease of doing business in Africa?
Basically, any startup operation. So if you would go into an African country, normally what happens is people would focus on sales-driven, try and get as much sales done as quickly as possible. The administrative task kind of lags behind. That's just a normal startup risk that you do have. Where on cloud computing, you can effectively be available. You've got access to a full ERP system, application residing on the cloud, which you can actually have that full financial control in the cloud on day one when you start an operation in Africa, and that speaks to the ease of doing business in Africa as well.